Chihua Learning Commons is one of the most popular studying sites in University of Hong Kong. However, some improvements on the facility can be made to better the learning environment.
In our study, we all aim to have better study environment. Inside Chihua Learning Commons, some sites near the transparent wall will be affected by the direct rays of sunlight and the increase of temperature that left us feeling uncomfortable when studying. With a view to have better study environments, the HR facade with LG outside the transparent wall is used. The facade with LG is movable. There is a sensor front of the facade to detect the degrees of the sunlight. With the sensor, the facade can be moved anytime or automatically when it is needed. Also, students can adjust the height of the facade to avoid many sunlight enter the transparent wall, which affect their study conditions. Let the photo showing that it is the facade with the LG. So why we're using LG? It is because LG go fast as it doubles their numbers at few hours. The LG on the facade can be absorbed by energy to carry out photosynthesis, which also releases oxygen. It improves the study environment and provides better environment for the pedestrians around the buildings. The benefits of using the facade is that it can save costs of heating, air conditioning, and lighting. It also reduces sunlight into the site.
Chihua has limited study spaces but provides better environment for group discussions and therefore is more popular among students. Many people like to reserve seats next to them for their friends, which often causes some other students not being able to find an available space. And so I came up with an idea that sensors may help to solve the problem of people reserving seats. And this is based on a kinetic system, which the wheels of the chairs are always locked, and a card sensor is located on every study desk, which students will need to place their student cards on the card reader before they can move the seats. In the case that people would like to leave their seats for a short period of time, they will need to select a time slot by pressing a button on the card sensor before taking their student card away. The monitor on the sensor will then show the expected return time, and upon return, they will need to place their student ID card back onto the sensor in order to unlock the chair again. If they return late, their student ID number will be recorded in the system, and if the system reaches a certain number, they won't be able to use any of the study desks in Chihua for at least 2 weeks. So this may help to solve the problem of reserving seats in Chihua.
As the ventilation is poor, users often find the study room hot, stuffy, and humid even with the air conditioning. They may even feel dizzy if they stay there for a long period of time. Also, dust flying everywhere aggravates the nose allergy of some users. To improve the ventilation, we may install chimney-like pipes on second floor, directing to the open area on third floor on the ceiling of the study room to allow hot air to escape. There may also be some pipes on the floor directing to the quiet study room on first floor to draw cool air in, as the air conditioning is just too strong there. Dust filters can be installed in the pipes to provide cleaner air for users. Here is a sketch of the proposed design. In this design, we mimic the air pocket ventilation system of the mounds of termites. There are air ducts both on the top of the mounds and near the ground. Hot air rises to escape through the air duct on the top of the mounds, while cool air is drawn into the mounds through those near the ground.
So there are many seats in the Chihua Learning Common. However, currently students have to walk through the whole building to see if there are any vacancies, and it is time consuming. And we think that the current system is not enough to solve the problem. In order to achieve a real-time update of number of and location of the occupied seat, we can install pressure sensor on the seat and also infrared sensor at different parts of the building. Pressure sensor can sense if the seat is occupied, and the infrared sensor can differentiate the seat is occupied by human or objects. The data from both sensors can be combined and give a real-time information about the seat occupancy. This result can in turn be projected on the water wall at the lobby, allowing students to find a seat immediately when they enter the building. When people are using the learning common, they always take the chair to a different location. Therefore, even with the help of the system, students may not be able to find the chair. So to avoid this problem, we dream to use automatic chair with positioning system. The central control system can find the closest destinate location and control the chair to go back to the location. In this way, we can ensure that students can always find a chair at the correct location. This is an example of the responsive interaction system in which information are gathered from multiple sensors and then analyzed, and then be analyzed, and the system will give a response.